Hi, I'm Donna Marie Crawford. You can find out more about me at donnamariecrawford.com or freetobepsychic.com. I'd like to share with you today an intuitive message shared through the cards that are given to us by Esther and Jerry Hicks, sharing the teachings of Abraham. I used this deck last week, and I really feel resonated with it again this week. Ask and it is given cards. So this is the deck, and this is for the week of January 17th, 2022. As I allow myself to open and ask Spirit for messages of only the best and highest good for all that are going to be receiving this message this week or any time in the future moving forward from this moment on. Trusting and knowing that whenever this message is received, it is divinely aligned for you in this moment, in this space of time. Right now, I'm asking Spirit to share with us at this moment, January 17th, 2022, what is for the best and highest good for those of us that are seeking guidance this week. I always trust my alignment with what Spirit guides me when picking a card. Some people have a formula, a set rhythm, but trust whatever you're guided for to know that the right card will come to you, and Spirit will make sure of that. My vibrations are my vibrational interpreters. I'm not sure if I remembered last week to mention this or not, but please allow yourself to take the time of looking at the illustration as best as you can to see how it speaks to you. I do strongly connect often with my eyes, and allow them to open up what Spirit is asking me to connect with. If I just listened to the voices in my head, I would confuse myself totally. So allow yourself to use everything. My emotions are my vibrational interpreters. The single person looks like on a beach, there's a bridge behind, but surrounded by greenery, and that just calls to my energetic connections of nature. It's a tough time of year in many parts of the U.S., never mind the world. So wherever you are, allow yourself to connect with nature this week. That's one of the messages I feel I'm being asked to share through this time and space we get to share together. Now, on the opposite side of this card, it says your eyes, your ears, even your nose, tongue, fingertips are translating vibrations. Many of us are very tactile beings. We can sense energy just by focused and asking through our touch. But your most sophisticated of vibrational interpreters are, by far, your emotions. By paying attention to the signals of your emotion, you can understand with absolute precision everything you are now living or having ever lived. And this message is vast and big, and I'm not going to keep you too long of a reading today, but I ask you to consider it as deeply as you're feeling drawn. I will include a picture of the card with this as well. But let me just bring, oh, sorry. Oh, it's a hot one. I just love when the cards do that. Get that into focus for a moment for you. And let me do this side too, I love this camera so much better about getting, no, I just gotta stay still. our emotions, I call it a gauge. That's how I tend to refer to it when I'm sharing this kind of information. When it comes through me from Creator, um, it's that, does it feel good or doesn't it? And that's the where the emotions come in for me. We are very emotional beings. We are meant to have emotions. We're meant to have those that are warning signs, and those that are joyful signs, and those that are reflective. And there's lots of emotions that our being has here in this experience. All of them are meant to be. However, in this experience, we are also given that um, they call it a signal. It really is an inner feeling. It's a knowing within yourself. Does this feel good or not? I love to watch children. They say, out of the mouths of babes comes the truth. Well, it is. There's no filters been put on any of it. So they're very pure. They have no filter. They have no, um, nothing tells them not to express themselves emotionally in any way. That what we do is we help them, just as we've been helped, um, to conform and go along with the society. But as you and I and many of us know, we're not meant to do that. So as our emotions don't match what everybody else is, like, we can't go along because we're just too pulled into our heart. We can't follow what everybody else is doing. Give yourself that ability to trust. You're not meant to. And that's perfect, because the visual that I often will get is myself in a subway going the wrong way, and the crowd is all going this way, and there's Donna going that way. But I'm brushing everybody's shoulders as I go by. And everybody I brush, they look and they think about, why is this lady going that way? Um, and just like my mother told me that her mother showed her when they went to a trip in New York by looking up at a building, but they walked away from there and there was 10 people looking up and nobody knew why they were looking up, and there was no reason to look up. They were just inspired to do it because other people were doing it. And that's what happens in my example. Spirit gives me to hold on to for myself, because it just gives me that belief, trust, and knowing that those shoulders that I'm brushing, I turn around and I look, and now there's a line behind me. It starts off single, but then it spreads. And that's that ripple effect everybody talks about. When you follow what's true to you, and you know what's true to you, and you follow the emotion of what you're feeling, you're knowing, you will never go wrong. The only thing that trips us up is when we feel emotions that don't feel so positive. Those are meant to be looked at, figured out where that come from. Do I need it anymore? If I don't need it, I can let it go. That is where free will is meant to apply. Don't just apply free will about what you pick to eat, or what color you paint something, or what direction you go. I got free will. I'm not going there. No. Free will is, this doesn't feel good. I don't want this. I'm going that way. And it's also, this does feel good. I'm going to continue going that way. Allowing your emotions, your heart, your trust in what you know is right for you. It's not going to be for everybody, and everybody's not going to be for you. But whatever's right for you is right for you, is supported by abundant resources, by all that is and beyond your imagination. We can never imagine. We know could never have imagined where we are today 10, 15, dare I say 20, 30 years ago, 40, 50 for some of us. Everything you are living and have ever lived, this really does bring in another part of expansion, that one question leads to 10. Keep that in mind and trust and know as you're moving forward this week, ask for that, open to that. Why am I feeling this? How is this working for me? And does it work for me? And if it doesn't, then why doesn't it? And do I need it? And can I keep going without that? Notice when you put something down that doesn't work for you, Spirit's asking me to share this thought to take forward this week. When you put down something that doesn't work for you, you have your hands open to pick up what does. And they can align us just like that to it. Thank you for joining me for this message from Spirit this week. I thank you for taking the time out. If you'd like to find out about private sessions, I do mentorship. I have a group where like-minded people come together at freetobepsychic.com. And all about me at DonnaMarieCrawford.com. And that didn't sound good. My mother just said, say it again. DonnaMarieCrawford.com. Thank you again. I wish you only the best week possible. Blessings always.